So, taboo breaking. So, what is taboo breaking? So, it's about breaking belief systems, and it can be very simple. Um, all we need to do is make a belief nonsensical. When it does not make sense, no more to us, it just releases in that moment. Um, there's many different methods of approach that I can teach on this course. But I like it to be simplified and to empower the student to have dialogue with their friends in community, in letting go of any beliefs that are ready to go. So, um, and it can create illness, these beliefs. So I can give you an example. A friend of mine was a stripper, and she felt really dirty about her job and the collective judgments of humanity and her self-judgment, but there's nothing wrong with what she's doing. If she's completely at peace with it, it would have been fine. However, that belief created illness within her. So taboo breaking is to come in alignment with her path and her teachings of the benefit that she's getting from doing that job, what teachings and lessons she's learning, to be at peace with it. So that's kind of one example. So bridging on from the last area, I will talk about the triggering, and there's two areas I break this down into: triggering and challenge. Now, a trigger for me does not mean reaction. A trigger for me just means an unhealed energy awakening, coming to the surface. Now, most people, if you say, "Are you triggered?" they react and say, "No, I'm not triggered." But that in itself is being triggered. And I think people want to deny it because they feel that it's not right to react and argue and such and such and such. So, as I explained in the last video of how these energies work, the trigger, I feel, comes like in our relationships, and when something awakens within us, it's then looking for more fuel and looking to fight an argument to gain more energy, because whatever we're doing, consciously, unconsciously, we're growing and evolving and taking away their food. And so they're looking in whatever way to gain more food, their life force energy, which is in resonance with the trauma that's being unmasked in any given moment. So that's the area of trigger. And a trigger can be awoken through people, but we can also set an intention. A trigger can trigger waking up unhealed energies, but we can also set intention and work with spirits and plants to bring things to the surface, so that we can work through it. Now, the other area, which is a new thing, a new revelation that's recently come to me, is about being challenged. So this is not being triggered. And so it's when someone challenges me with, they have a belief and they're challenging me, but it just kind of bounces off me. And I'm not feeling any energy within me that has awoken. Now, in these moments, I believe that they are at they're very close to letting go of a belief they have within them, and they're searching for my inner truth, which is in resonance to serve them at this point on their journey. So when I'm challenged, I step into a place of service to share this vibrational key that they're looking for, that I have within me, and that thus can unlock that belief within them, and it can just leave in that moment. Or the seed has been planted and they will be guided to receive the teachings from people, places and things, synchronicities, in the last part of them releasing that given belief that they're working with. So yeah, taboo breaking is about breaking belief systems, and it depends, like, as well, on the nature of reality that we choose. I follow a lot of great teachers that channel extraterrestrials and such, which with the plants has aided me in creating the reality that I desire. And and a lot of people's way of seeing reality is very different to me. So there's a lot of taboo breaking that I've done around what other people are selling, because it's not in alignment with how I choose to see the nature of reality. And how I see the nature of reality is that there is only me here. There is no one else here, and that all other people, places, and things have been created from the energy of my true self or higher self, some people term, to make it. And thus, those like replications, duplications of these other energies are just mirrors to me to uncover what it is I don't prefer and become more of who I really am. And this like holographic matrix is designed for me. One taboo breaking, the world, the universe doesn't evolve around you. Well, it does for me, in alignment with my beliefs. And everything outside of me is a mirror tailored for me to become more of who I prefer. Um, that's my belief around the nature of reality. And it goes much, much deeper than this, some teachings I've received, which I'll share in another video. But it's like nothing can be changed on this earth. Nothing. There's only one thing that can be changed, and that's myself. And by changing self, I leave this world and go to a parallel world where all people, places, and things are more in resonance with what I've chosen to become. And like I have like a metaphor of the illusion of time. And if you think of an old movie reel where in the past they used to put the films, the screens on top of one another, and then the thing would move around, and they would all fit on top of each other, giving this illusion of movement. And from one of my teachers, which I've discerned with my plants, he says that that's what's happening is like every few seconds, I create billions of parallel realities, and all the realities sit on top of each other and give the illusion of movement and time, but there is no time. All of my lives are happening at the same time, and I've learned to travel and tap into all these other gifts and skills I have from all my parallel lives and integrate them into this life so that I can gain all the skills in my approach in becoming my true self. So there's many cool things about this that I share and teach, and it's more like the way I teach it's planting a seed, an idea, and then one important thing is to not believe a word I say, to learn discernment. And I teach very strong discernment practices, and then go in and either prove it to yourself or disprove it to yourself, integrate what's in alignment, and the other stuff just leave on the fence for now, and just be very open-minded, but to not accept things without thorough discernment and an integration in alignment with your personal belief. So, I mean, I can just talk for hours and hours, but I feel that's enough for this video, and I'll do my very best to stay on topic, but there's just so much I want to share with you. But I'm going to leave this video there, and thank you for listening to this video.